Hi guys, my name is Faith Logan and I am a third year secondary math education major. I have been tutoring at the MSLC for 2 years and I am here to give you some tips on studying for quizzes and exams. My first piece of advice, which I'm sure you've heard before, is to start early. So, one way to make this a lot easier for you is to incorporate reviewing into your everyday math routine. So, at the end of each week, you should review all the topics you learned and any homework assignments you had and identify any topics that confuse you. This way, you can address your questions each week rather than figuring out that you're really confused right before an exam. You should also start studying at least a week prior to an exam. I always started 2 weeks ahead. I found this was the perfect time frame for me because I didn't forget any of the topics that I reviewed at the beginning of the 2 weeks, but it also gave me enough time to feel really confident reviewing all of my material. One way that works well for a lot of students is to increase the time that they're studying by 20 minutes for an entire week before an exam. So on day one, you would study for 20 minutes. On day two, you would study for 40, on and on until the day of the exam. This is much easier than cramming for that whole 2 hours and 20 minutes. Next, I have some do's and don'ts when studying for quizzes and exams. So, do focus on how topics are related. Try to synthesize all the different topics that you've learned throughout the semester. How are they similar to one another? How are they different? Don't try to memorize specific problems. So, odds are you aren't going to see any exact problems from a review or practice exam on your actual exam. So, focus on those broader topics and large connections rather than specific problems. Do, however, take advantage of those practice exams. So while you might not see exact problems on your real exam, practice exams are great for practicing timing, seeing what sort of questions are asked frequently, and seeing the format of exams if you're new to OSU math classes. Don't try to cram everything into the day before an exam. Like I said, you're going to be much more successful if you start early and increase your time of studying. Another interesting piece of advice is to find a study buddy. So, finding a study buddy can make studying way more fun. You have someone that you can compare answers with, compare resources with, and study buddies hold each other accountable. So, if we agree to study at a certain time or for a certain length of time, your study buddy can help you keep those rules for yourself and help prepare both of you a lot better for your exam. So, these are just some quick tips on studying for quizzes and exams. Good luck this semester.